We have a little temperature burst here. It's only like 45 degrees now, but the high is going to be almost 60, like 62 today. So I think it's a opportunity, just gluing some pieces back on there, to get carpet glued down to these floors. Now they fit tight enough. I don't think I can get away with like wrapping it around the edge. I think I just have to glue it to the surface and then cut it off. So not sure the best way. Maybe I'll pre-cut pieces that are close, right? So I can lay it down, make sure it's sticking flat, and I'll flip it over and just like walk on it, and then I can push the edges down while I slice them. The first thing I need to slide this in and mark where those rails are. You can see this one in the middle kind of ended up with a curve to it. Whatever, it doesn't need to be perfect, but I want to keep that in mind at the front. So essentially, I've got it marked, so the rails go to about here. It's actually a decent chunk. If I'm not flipping this thing on funny directions, I think it'll be strong enough. And then once they're in between these, those will keep them from wiggling this way. And the back piece will kind of pin this down. I think it'll be okay. Back here, yeah, just kind of marked. I did 2 marks here where the outsides are, so we might have to make that one a little wider to make up for the fact that we weren't perfectly straight. We always trim it a little bit before it goes in, and any tiny weird imperfections will probably be hidden by the carpet anyway. And we're not going for it's not like I'm building this for a person, right? I'm building it for me. I really don't care. I just want a floor in that looks better than that or this. And if it's warm enough, maybe I can get the walls done today too. Now I'm kind of thinking I should just trim it perfect, because I can stand on this and it's not going to move, and the driveway's pretty flat. So maybe I'll trim it to shape. That could make it difficult with the glue though. It'll be way less forgiving if I fuck up. And there's like ½ an inch under here. So if I do this to the edge, it'll be overlap in that direction. I've got extra carpet. I'll just make it too big. That way it's easier to lay down. And then I'll come back and trim it again. It's not going to be that bad. Famous last words. Oh, I was ½ a second from making a goof. So I came along here not thinking about this is upside down. I was able to cut in. So I'm just going to keep this straight, make a big rectangle, and I'll trim it when it's glued on right side up. But it's cutting just fine with the crappy pink garage scissors, so it should be pretty quick. Right, I'm going to do an experiment. This is the stuff I'm using. My friend's dad highly suggests it. He uses it for business purposes and stuff as well, so he's pretty confident in it. It also says to use between 65 and 95. Right now it's 48. And they've been sitting in a cold garage, so they're not really giving it a fighting chance. Interesting, it says to line up with that little black dot. But we're going to do a single coat on the left, double coat on the right. It says to let it tack a minute for a single and 2 minutes for a double, to see what happens when we're getting the rest of stuff ready. Maybe inspire some confidence, you know? Let's see. Oh yeah, it's that stringy stuff. I call that one coat. And here's one coat. It says 2 for porous surfaces, and carpet's definitely a porous surface, so I kind of think there's 2 coats. Let's use lots of glue. That's a lot of glue. Alright, I'm going to start a timer. Alright, it's been 60 seconds, so I'm going to put the single layered one on. It says maximum pressure. It also says that you can't move it once they're stuck together, which I would believe. Sticky, sticky, sticky. Stuff is stickery. Alright, 60 more seconds. We'll do a double coat, and I'll find something to kind of pinch these together with. Alright, so there's 2 minutes total. So take the double plus layered side and stick it down it. See, that doesn't feel nearly as like tacky. I wonder if it dried too much. It might have dried too much. This may be better to just spray it, because it says if it goes too long, you gotta spray it more. But hell, we'll go off the timer. I found a pinhole hitch. Yeah, that'll weigh it down. I'll check back in like 10 minutes. I don't know. Okay, it's been 10 minutes. That should be good enough. This one still feels kind of funny. It's got like little air pockets. This one feels really good. This one I can peel up, but it's still gross. This one kind of peel up, but it's harder to peel up. So I think I maybe just put way too much on that one side. I think we're better off just doing a quick single coat, jam them together almost immediately, because it'll take me at least 60 seconds to coat both sides. So I'll have to cut my grooves, flip it back over, get some carpet on, then we'll flip it upside down and figure out, put some weight on it. Maybe those tent stakes. I have this heavy ass tent stake, so if I get it upside down like this with the carpet on and just stick those on there, I think that'll hold it well enough to get it stuck. It'd be nice to be able to wrap it around the edge and like staple it, but it won't. It's gonna pinch against the walls. It might be hard to see, but there's my layout for the 3 slots we need for the cargo rails. So really we got a little over 9 inches at the top, and that's what's going to be keeping these big sections together. So if that flops, I don't know. What I'm going to do is grab my drill bit and drill holes at these corners so it doesn't like have anything weird going on, and it shouldn't snap. And then really, yeah, I should drill holes big enough that I can use a jigsaw to just zip those tops, so then when I cut these strips, they just fall out. I'm gonna have to wait till after I go biking to do the rest of the floor. The wife's almost home to watch kid. This has been an hour now. It's like this side, it's sticky, right? It's like, it's gooey and I can peel it up. But this other side, it's same thing. I can peel it up. That's the side I peeled from before. Up here, it's like really hard to get it to start to peel. So I think I'm gonna, well, I'll put it back down and see what it's like when I'm done biking. But the feeling I get is I don't need to like soak that stuff. I just need to get a layer on it and stick it together before it gets too much of the skin on it. Okay, it's been a while. It's been multiple hours now. This one's out and it's warmed up. So that's still, it's gooey in that corner. Yeah, it's sticking pretty well down there. But like, it just doesn't feel the same, right? It feels like kind of a gooey mess. Whereas this one, like, I'm having trouble picking the corners up. Yeah, it sticks really well. So one thin coat slapped down, it's gonna work for us. And then I was afraid of these snapping up there as I cut them. So I just went ahead and did a plunge cut. They're a little wavy, we don't give a shit. Now I just need to hit these ends real quick and then figure out how to get it on the ground without things snapping either, so we can glue it. And I'll hit it with a leaf blower, get all the sawdust off. But essentially we need the carpet to come to here. It'd be nice to glue it perfectly on like this corner and this corner, and then cut it after it's down, but I think we don't worry about it. I think as sticky as that glue is, we get it stuck, make sure there's no big wrinkles, flip it over and get some weight on it. Let it sit for a while while we do the next piece. This one will be easy because I can transfer these measurements to that, and then it's a much shorter run from the end. So yeah, so 6 more cuts and we'll pull these strips up. Alright, I did a test fit, a little adjustment up top to make sure it fit, but it looks pretty good. I'm satisfied with it. So make sure that it's sitting in a relatively flat area. And I'm going to do, I don't care much about this carpet. So I'm going to spray one side, spray the carpet side, and I'm immediately going to flip it over and kind of like try to drape it so it stays flat, I guess. Maybe what I'll have to do is start from this side and kind of step on it as I roll it down. But I'll video my fat ass doing it. Hopefully, it's just never going to be flattering, right? So the lighting look this way. So let it sit for a while. I think it's going to work out fine. It did take a lot longer to spray that glue down than I had thought. That bigger one over there, I guess it's not that much bigger. If I do 2 cans at a time, it'll be pretty good. It would certainly be a lot better if get the wife to come help and have her spray the board, because it's easy to see where she's sprayed, and I can spray the carpet. I think that'll just be better. Oh, I'm getting sweating now. Alright, let it sit 10-15 minutes until this side wasn't tacky at all. And then grab my windshield knife. Worked pretty well to just scrape around the edges while I stand on it so it won't move. I think it did okay. So I'm going to flip it over and just put it in the van so I can start measuring to cut the other piece. Let's see how it looks. There's my freshly carpeted piece of floor. I think once I get them all in, I'll just bring the vacuum outside and vacuum the whole thing. Well, it's not that dirty in there anymore. Maybe I should vacuum it off first. But no, I'll wait because I'd hate to have these peel up. But like it's sticky. It doesn't peel up easy. It feels like that one did. But I think if I just leave it alone, it's gonna be fine. There we go. It's a carpeted van. I haven't vacuumed it because, like I said, I don't want to have a vacuum like start peeling it up the edges. Let it sit for a while. I'll vacuum it in a few days. But the downside is I do want to put the seats in. Let's see here. I don't know. Oh, look. I'm horrible at measuring. That's really bad. Oh well. I mean, worse things have happened. I put a little strip down the middle. It's just quick and dirty. Maybe I'll put one there. I don't know. It just doesn't matter. The seat's gonna be over it. No one's gonna see that shit. So yeah, I'm gonna put the rear seat in the forward way. And I did like being able to get out of the driver's seat and walk back here. So I'll probably, I'll think about it. Maybe I'll put these seats in sideways, facing out. That might be fun for a little while. So I'm just rarely gonna have passengers, and yeah, I kind of like that idea. Maybe I will drill the extra holes and mount those to the side. I put the material on. It had some wrinkles in it. I'm not sure how to get them flat. I was hoping they'd kind of flatten out when I stuck it to the material, but it didn't really work. And some of these edges are a little floaty. Yeah, so I don't know if I'll end up using this as a wall material in the end. I'll just leave it there for a while. It covers up that one part that had the hole, see how I like it. But I think I want to go with something light. Either like this kind of gray, or maybe a tan. I think gray would work because there's gray up here. And it'll keep it a little brighter. So yeah, maybe I'll look for like a stick-on vinyl that'll be a little smoother. Seats. Harrison likes it. And it doesn't get all gross and get that weird tar shit on it. So we put this one in sideways and try that for a while because I can still get back. This way I can still strap the bikes to the seat, but I think now I'll start strapping it in the back or figure out how to make a mount. I haven't really looked into that yet, and the season's kind of rolling to an end, so I'm not going to worry about it. Yeah, I'll just drive it and enjoy it for a bit.